Hi, Bhante.
Hi. Morning.
Very good morning. A warm welcome to all. So today we are doing question answer section in the behalf of Buddhist Embassy. So the theme for today is Health and Wellbeing 2021. So here is our special guest speaker, Bhante Heenbunne Kondanna. He's here with us from all the way from New York. Welcome you, Bhante.
Thank you. Thank you.
I prepared some questions for you, and we are so happy to hear from you, your feedback, your knowledge. You have around 50 years of experience. We are so happy to hear from you.
Thank you.
So my first question is, how can mindfulness help people in their daily life?
Mindfulness. I think nowadays it's a very popular word. I say it.
Okay.
This, but it came this is from ancient wisdom. Especially, I find it in the Buddhist teaching. Buddha is the one who gave this instruction to especially monks, to be mindful. That is, in the language that he spoke, we call it sati, satipatthana. One of the very important concept in the Buddhist teaching, because he was encouraging his followers, his students, disciples, to live here, live now, in the present moment. I think mostly when we think of that, we are living either in the past or in the future most of the time, never in the present moment. So Buddha encouraged, so live here in the present moment, right now. Otherwise, we never lived. We are always living among our memories or among our hopes. So, which both are developing anxiety or the worries. When you are living in the past, among your memories, what is happening is that, you always either regret what you think whenever you are reflecting on what, there are certain things stuck in our head, in our minds. So when we go into that, it could be really worrying you, so many things that are reminding you, and you regret about, things. Sometimes maybe, of course, there could be things you are happy about too, kind of joyful moment too. I don't deny that. But however, mostly people could be, we see that mostly people are worrying about. Or certain things we are among, when we are fantasizing ourselves and among hopes. So that's also, that create anxiety. All these things are, instead of living healthy, in good health, so we are creating unhealthy mental setup, mindset. So therefore, however, Buddha, he didn't go into these things, but he was sharing, live here, live in the present moment. That is the real living. So for us, we can see that if we can do that, if we can train ourselves, this is not something simple. We have to train ourselves. There's a story one day, of course, especially in India, in that, culture, we always go to bathing. Sometimes when we go to river, we do bathe. Right? I know that's, I think, very famous thing that, even today you can see that so many people, when they go pilgrimage, they go to the Ganges River and they do, bathe in that. So likewise, one day a monk was bathing, and he came out and he was standing on the river bank, and seeing this, someone comes and asks him a question: how this monk, who is having one meal a day, have this radiant, shining nature? So then he said, the answer was that there are never regret in the past, never worry about the future, which is not here yet. So they live in the present moment. So therefore they are having happy minds. So that comes in the Dhammapada, one of the stanzas coming in the Dhammapada. So this is how in the teaching it comes about present moment, living in the right now. So therefore, in the Buddhist tradition, in the Dhamma, it encourages, especially for the monks, live here, live now, in the present moment. That is what we call as meditation. In the present, be using their breath. There's breath meditation. Focusing on the breath is something very important object of meditation in our tradition. So we encourage monks to live in the present moment by practicing their meditation. So wellness, when we train this way, we can apply this skill in everything that we do. Very beginning, for the beginners, we will be saying that, okay, just practice your meditation using your own breath. And when you do practice this one, that is a very basic training, but you can apply this skill. Once you develop this skill, you can apply it in everything that you do. Suppose you are a student, you are reading, so you're well focused on your reading. Or if you are a writer, you can write on, well focused on the theme that you are writing. So likewise, anything you do, you can apply that skill in the action, whatever you do, so that could be more productive. So this is how this sati or the mindfulness is helpful in our everyday life, in our daily life. So that skill, basic skill, have to develop. So you have to continue in every day by practicing it. So that could be helping you to increase your productivity. So in that, very simply, I can see that is how it's going to help you in daily life.
Thank you, Bhante.
You're welcome.
So that's very informative. Live in the present. So in this pandemic situation, students are more stressed, more worried, don't know what to do, thinking about the future jobs, and always thinking about future. How mindfulness can help to reduce the stress? How to reduce the stress level of students?
Okay. Anxiety, I believe. When we think of future, what would happen? Future is not here yet, unknown, and a stressful situation is around. So I believe the situation currently, what we are going through, this is not normal. Now, I think now we have been in this situation for more than a year, almost a year here in the US. I believe we were shut down since March, I believe after 15th of last year. Since then, we are in the same situation. I know children are at homes and students are being home online, they are studying. So this is something new. And I believe this is creating a problem, creating some kind of stressful situation, because something that we are not used to. So you as a student, you used to go to the college and college environment, you're meeting with your friends, talking to your professor, with the student group, and you're working. And now workplace is not open, you are working from home. So everything has changed due to this pandemic. But now, why this tension is building up, stress is building up? Because you are just confined to your home and you don't get to go out and don't see other people. When you think about this, because this is not normal, this is not that something that you used to do. So your mind is demanding for that usual situation. Mind is waiting. Mind is, you are not trying to understand the situation and get used to where we are now. Instead, you are looking for the style that you used to be before. So that's also, again, when you think of that, in terms of live here, live now, you are living in the past. Mind-wise, you are going back to your old experience. You are not trying to adjust to the current situation. Okay, what we have to do now is, I was encouraging our community, always talking to them, okay, there are a lot of things that you could do before because of your lifestyle. You were so busy. I was addressing community like this. And so therefore, lifestyle was so busy because you have to attend this, attend that, at this party, this birthday, celebration, that one home, housewarming ceremony, so many things, so many obligations that you had to take part. But right now, because of this pandemic, you don't have to get involved in any of those things. Now, what you have to do is, so you have enough time, ample of time in your hand. So then you can apply, you can do things that you could not do up to now, what you are postponing. For example, if you are a spiritual person, so you were always maybe wanted to practice meditation. Maybe there could be a lot of things that you want to listen to. And there could be a lot of books that you wanted to read, but you could not read. So therefore, now you can change your attitude and get back to those work you left behind, and let's do that. Instead of getting be stressful, thinking that you don't have what you used to have, but now we have a new opportunity for you. That new opportunity is the time is with you. Now you have to apply that time in those things that you could not do up to now. So changing your attitude, get back to them and do it. So you couldn't, so sometimes some people say, oh, we are too busy, I cannot meditate. I have heard about it. I can put myself into practice. Now this is the moment that you have. So therefore, let's use the time and use it for good purpose, spiritual growth. If you do this way, definitely you have new experience. You could be very happy about this. So all these things this stressful situation is changing your attitude and, using the time, something that you could not do up to now. You were just, leaving behind. There are kind of piling up to now, that so many things you wanted to do, but you could not do because you were too busy. But you are not too busy now. You have time. Let's get back to those work and continue to do them. If you start thinking in that way, definitely you'll be very happy, because attitude could be the major problem that we have. So once we change the attitude, and when we do new things, I think very easily we can get used to the new environment of less stressful situation. So this is how I look at it.
Thank you, Bhante. So my friends are also here with me. I think this is very helpful for all of us. So my next question is, about your experience. So you have 50 years of experience in the spiritual life.
Yes.
So Bhante, how did you apply mindfulness to overcome from challenges?
Question is how to?
How did you overcome challenges with the help of mindfulness?
Yes. That's a good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Once, what do you mean by mindfulness now here is, mindfulness you apply, you train yourself, means we mostly, when we think of mindfulness, we do practice meditation. So meditation is skill. You do observe and you do practice in everyday life. As once you do every day, it has become part of your life. And whenever the situation arises, challenge comes to you, there could be quickly, your mindfulness could be helping you to find an answer right there. Okay, this challenge, this situation is this is the way to do it. It's automatically, it gives you an answer to you. So this comes with the practice. You will be looking at very different way. So if you have this practice of your own training, mindfulness practice, so that definitely would be looking at the situation, the challenge, whatever that whatever arises. So that would be giving you an opportunity to look at that situation differently, perhaps different than another person. So that definitely give you an idea how to handle this. So I cannot pinpoint this is how you should do it, but your own training would give you a very quietly look, maybe 1 or 2 minutes you may be thinking, or even when the situation is arising, you may be thinking, and that gives you an answer. Okay, let me do it this way. But instead of, most of the time what happens when a situation arises is we do get panic kind of situation. Is that true? Maybe, right? But instead of panicking, so what we do is I become quiet, quietly, calmly. I start, okay, let me try this way. This could be working. So especially what happens, the answer could be right there in front of me. But when I get panic, I ignore it. But instead, when you are calmer mind can see things better and clear. So that is how it is, helping you. So depending on the situation, if you are, instead of, just getting upset, your anxious mind cannot see things. So calm mind can see things better and clear. So this is how definitely with experience you will find that. I encourage you also, everyday life, you can practice meditation just using your own breath for 10 minutes. That's a good investment for anybody. If you do train yourself in that, so that would be helping you to find a solution for any situation that arises in. Okay?
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
I really need to practice. So for all of our students, for myself, so I'm new to here in Canada. Life is very busy comparing to my place. So a bit more tense. That's the main thing for me, I feel. Maybe for my friends also. My last question, the last and final question for you is, do mindfulness help for healthy lifestyle?
Yes. Simply look at this, what is happening with us. Mindfulness is basically our living in the present moment. So what we do is, I think I didn't mention to you how we do practice mindfulness. So simply what we do is, mostly what Buddha did was, he was, focused on his breath. So breath, when we do use, that breath is yours. You are not watching somebody else's breath. See, now every day we are breathing in and breathing out, but that is an habitual practice, habitual action. So we take it granted. Only time that we know that we are breathing, when we have a difficulty of breathing, right? If you have any difficulty of breathing, then you, wow, I cannot breathe now. So kind of, we become, very anxious. I have difficulty breathing. So Buddha, he used it. He encourages, disciples, use your own breath. We are breathing in, always breathing in and out. So let's do it. When we do train ourselves, now instead of just habitual breathing, we focus on our breath. Our mind is on our breath. So we can feel it as we breathe in and as we breathe out. So at the tip of our nostril, right here in this triangular area, it touches here. And as we breathe in, the air touches our nostrils. You can feel it. That feeling, that sensation where we keep our mind on. So you don't need anyone else, but you can sit. When you begin your day, you can sit for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of, training yourself. You can breathe in mindfully and breathe out mindfully. So sometimes, even though I say this one, you may find it difficulty. You will be sitting there, you will be breathing, but your mind will be sitting somewhere else, indulging some fantasies. So that is why we have to train it, bring it to present moment, be here, be with mindfully breathe. That's the reason why we call it mindful breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So sometimes you can use, if you find it difficult to keep track, so what you can do is you can count as you breathe in and breathe out one set. So you can say it's 1. In your mind, making a mental note of that, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. You can go up to 10. After doing it, again, you begin from the 1. Making that mental note of, you can go up to 10, not more than 10. So likewise, you can go back and forth, 1 to 10. So when you keep that, when you train yourself, so remember that it's not, nobody has to worry about it. I'm not a Buddhist to practice meditation. You don't know. That is your own breath you are watching. It is not somebody else's Buddhist breath that you are watching. It's not Christian breath you are watching. It's not a Hindu breath that you are watching. So it's not, denomination doesn't matter. So you are the person who is practicing. You are watching your own breath. So when you train this way, I believe this calms you down. You become very peaceful once after about, not in 1 day, not in 2 days, at least 1 week, you keep practicing this. So 5 to 10 minutes is not a long time, even though you call yourself, you are very busy, we don't have time. No, start with 5 minutes investment for yourself. This is your own treat. It's not, you are not doing it for somebody else. So don't build up your anxiety and thinking that you are treating yourself. So I have to take care of myself first. Let me start my day with that. So if you do that, so this would be, you will be finding very peaceful, and whole day that you will be having, great blessing. This is a great blessing that you have, that calmness. You can anytime, once you train well yourself, you can apply this anytime that, anxious level goes up, any kind of activity that you have to do. So before you begin to do that, you can take a deep breath and let it out for a few minutes and then you can go back, you can start your work. And this way, you can apply in this mindfulness, living right now in anywhere, any place, any time. So this is, you are the person, that is your breath. So that is how it is helping. It helps, it calms you down. Calmly you can think what you are going to do, and you will find an answer to any question that you have, any challenge that you have. So therefore I encourage all of you, as a student, it could be, as a worker, you could be, you name it. Anyone can, because it's your own breath that you're observing. So it doesn't have to be a Buddhist to practice meditation. Buddha never taught to Buddhists. Buddha always taught the people, human beings. So he was not expecting you to be a Buddhist to do these things, but be a better human being, nicer human being. So for that, Buddha gave us these tools for you to become very successful in the spiritual life as well as in everyday life. So he did not just taught things for the spiritual life. Of course, he encouraged spiritual enhancement, but he also encouraged for people to be successful everyday life, whatever you do. Normally he didn't own anything. Even though Buddha came out from a royal family, he only owned his robe and the alms bowl that he had, but he was very happy. And he had all these millionaires as supporters. So he did not ask them to don't do that. He said, you have to be very successful. Why? Because you are not just living for yourself. You are living with the world. You are living with you. So you take care of yourself, and also you are taking care of other people. Suppose you are a business owner, so you are not taking care of, you are not doing this because of you're greedy for the money, but you do this to take care of yourself as well as the other people. So therefore we are living in the world together with the other people. So therefore we have to take care of each other. So that way, especially in this pandemic time, so I believe if you do apply this mindfulness in your daily life, that could be helping you to be built up a very successful environment around you, and very positive contribution you can make towards the others that you are living around you.
Thank you, Bhante.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your valuable time with us. We learned a lot. The mindfulness, how really helpful for healthy lifestyle. We all need to practice mindfulness. I will also need to want to start. I need to spend at least 5 minutes every day to do yoga or meditation. That will really help. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you for all the participants. My friends are here. Thanking you all. And then, do you want to talk anything?
So thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very happy that all of you are here. So I wish all of you very successful practice and very successful student life. Whatever you are doing, may you be successful in that. Wishing so. Let me give a blessing, one short blessing to you, all of you, for your success. Okay? Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sabba dhammanubhavena sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te.